to the ultimate goal, hoisting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirkland Street. We're almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. The semifinal game with a pass. The receiver makes the catch. He's found some room at the 45. He runs out of bounds. That's a big game there.
That is exactly how you envision that first play going all week. You put it out there, you hope for a big play, and you hit it.
So one explosive play sets him up with a plus 43 with a first down. And here he goes. Touchdown, Florida State, as they cleanly lead here in this playoff game.
What a long run for a touchdown. Oh, if this defense was caught sleeping or walking the mud, I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big game and a big-time score.
Never able to tackle on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Setting the tone earlier with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Offense getting set. It's second down. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Toss play to the running back going left. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
That's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who was on that 98 National Championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you think about the Tennessee Vols.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Quick completion to the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
To me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he dumps it off to the tight end.
Chris, I felt like that was almost a 2-for-1. They know they're potentially going to go for it on fourth down, so you try to get as much as you can on third to put yourself in a good spot for this next play. Curious to see if the offensive coordinator had something up his sleeve for this play on fourth down.
And the Knowles will line up to punt it away. Let's see what they can do here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Moves out of the pocket. He'll throw it now. Gets one on the right side. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Well, Chris, this is what we see all the time now in the modern game of college football. The quarterback's ability to not only throw the football, but the athletic ability to be able to create and get outside, put pressure on the...
It's into the clear. The 30. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Dogs. As they get on the board here in this playoff game.
Chris, all week I wonder if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start with the 25. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Last time they were forced to punt it away. Could they get points out of this possession? Breaking through at the 35. You bring it back in, he makes the 40-yard line. It's a solid game.
Well, the defense better start adjusting and realizing the RPO is coming at them. Feels like they're just sitting back, worried about the potential big play through the air. Meanwhile, this offense is running the ball right down their throat.
Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be a first down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First down, and they're going to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early. Obviously, the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You got it.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. He escapes the pocket. They chase him down and try to run for it, but it'll bring up fourth down. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Trying for a fourth down completion. Makes a quick catch. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
And the Seminoles are going to keep this drive rolling. And the wideout goes in motion. On first and 10, looking to throw. On the move now. They'll try a pass here. And the sophomore quarterback throws it behind the receiver.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
He's back to throw again on second and 10.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. He's running out of time here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Oh, how I love when this happens. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
The offense now has great field position to start the drive. Toss play, running right. Finding space at the 20. Force out of bounds after a nice game. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. Well, he finally goes out of bounds down inside the 10, but that play sets up this offense in good scoring position.
It sure does. What a great play of creating momentum for this offense. Now you want to see if they give this back a chance to put it into the end zone now that they're first and goal.
Here's a handoff on first and goal. Stop for no gain, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up second and goal. It's a bootleg looking to throw. Rolls into the end zone. Touchdown. Volunteers.
Chris, this is what makes this quarterback so dangerous. There's just only so much a defense can do to contain him. He is so fast. You can plan for it all you want, but planning and the execution are two different things.
No problem with BAT right down the middle. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Now he comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. State offense heads back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking to throw it on first down. Snags it with throw. He's starting out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
The defense sits back in his zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. It's a draw to the back. As the first down is still going. Oh, he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? All the way to the end zone. Well done. Touchdown, Seminoles. This college football playoff game is all tied up. The Perkins beginning to feel looking like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. Looking to scramble. It's a deep shot to the right. Catch made wide open way downfield. They get him down, but a big play moves into the 45.
You know, we always want to look at the quarterback after a play like that. What did he do? Getting outside of the pocket, finding open receivers, I got it. But how about the receivers? Finding themselves understanding that they have to change the rules of their routes and adjust to what the quarterback is doing by scrambling.
One massive play, and suddenly they're at the plus 45-yard line here. Heading left after the handoff. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce out to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Moves out of the pocket. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. The outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well-designed play here on this dagger route. Looked like everything was in play. Unfortunately, the timing off between the quarterback and that vertical seam.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Looking deep to the right side. Oh, that one's picked off.
Wow, great job of the defense coming up with the interception. If you look at it from an offensive perspective, it's 3rd and long. Why not take a chance downfield? You might get a pass interference call. Maybe you come up with a completion. In this case, it is intercepted, but at least it's downfield, almost like a punt there on 3rd and long.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They launched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. And the Silk were able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, from a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that 1st and 2nd level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looks like he's going to run it. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside the own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Breaks free. Heads out of bounds after a solid game. More than enough to pick up a first down.
And isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
And the running block down after just a short game.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw. After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Drop in back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looking right. This one caught. Make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, give him the ball.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Look to throw it here on 2nd down. The receiver grabs it. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. 3rd and short here in this playoff game. The 8th play of the drive. And they pick up the first on the ground. The Knowles are moving quickly down the field.
Well, that's mono and mono right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. First down. They're going to throw the football. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
This defense just cannot get off the field. Long march moves on. The ball is hauled in. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. A throwing back. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Man, the defensive coordinator has to be fired up about this play. The thing that he has to love is that his defense and their technique was right on point. They didn't lose their leverage. They stayed with the play and didn't just go after the quarterback.
And now the handoff. Has a lead. And he stopped just short, having the two, but an excellent run.
Well, I love how the quarterback takes his time on that ride to the back. I thought he might have to pull it out, but he hung on, gave it to the back, and it paid off for a nice gain.
QB keeper all the way. Never stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Wheels. So with playoff pressure for the offense executes a long, winding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
PAT puts them in front by 7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see what the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. A first down pass attempt. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The deep shot is caught for a big gain. A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Decides not to throw it, and it's an enormous loss on the side.
Well, you're talking about blowing a play up. What a job by this defense. That's a big-time loss from the sack. But look at the offense. They're keeping the tempo going. I'm surprised.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. They're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Leans back and chucks it deep. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
With 3rd and long, he feels the pressure, does a good job of getting rid of it, but he caught a break here. That ball's thrown off of his back foot, kind of hanging in the air. I thought the defense had a chance at a turnover.
So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. A tremendous make. He's got a howitzer for a leg. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Knowles will kick this deep, begin the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And that's why they're trailing. Finding some room at the 25. He's in the clear. The 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. To put them on top now.
Oh, what a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain
play for this Florida State offense. And I tell you, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, in Florida State.
Game makes it second and medium. Hand it off. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will it go? Looking to pick up the first down through the air.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Ball handed off. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find out here in the red zone. And the quarterback dropping back. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage. And I think it's really impacting this quarterback's role.
Try and muscle for the first down. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And the Seminoles will come to the line here looking to convert on 4th down. Here we go, 4th down. They try to run for it. And they stop him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
The offense being aggressive, they decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
From the shotgun, inside handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Here's the 2nd down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Using his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
You set it down to the offense, 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. They stopped after 84 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down play coming up. On the toss play, running moving left. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
facing a 3rd and long from the 28. You've got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. It's a quick one. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
And the Volunteers pick up enough yards to move the sticks. It's a shotgun run call. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Play action, looking to throw. On the move now. On the move, looking deep down the right side. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. They finally stop him. It's a huge gain down to the 23.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up into the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
The ball's come to the line to set a fresh set of down. Running up the middle, but stopped for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. Sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets while we have a chance. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Runner takes the toss, runs to his left. And he seemed able to make the stop after a short gain. First down. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on 3rd down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
And he's got it. No problem.
Snap, hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Powers through. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Caught in the flat by the running back. He fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. He makes the grab. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice game, getting closer to midfield.
Third down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection, because you know that you're going to throw and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a first down.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They make the stop at the number 4. He moves the football across midfield. First down, 48.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Knowles are going to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Checks this down with the running back. Brought down to broke a tackle. Produce a solid game there. Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grabbed by the receiver. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
Well, trailing in a game like this, the offense really needed this conversion, and they got it. Let's see if they can build on some momentum after that.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that's everything you can hope for here for an offense. They make a nice completion here. The thing that really stood out to me, your 4th quarter, late in the game, the clock is essential. Get out of bounds when you can. Get a first down when you can. He does both here to set up the offense here nicely.
Handoff from the shotgun. Has a pass to the end zone. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Florida State.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
Manning to try the extra point. Crucial PAT is good. They're in front by 1 in the 4th. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. Settled for 3 last time. No doubt they're looking for the end zone in this position. Breaking free at the 35. The tackle at the 38. Solid game. Nice play there. The Volunteers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. And they'll go right back to him on first down. Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. defense here will line up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it going. Running back has the handoff. Nowhere to run. Up corralling for no gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Bootleg looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. On the run here. Let's go. Good throw. Catch made. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Time winding down deep in this game, and a shot at the championship game on the line. And the offense step up. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. It's complete. Make the tackle inside the 30. It'll be 1st down there.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
It comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half as they try to make some adjustments here. All right, serious drama here. The semifinal game comes down to the final couple minutes. Can the offense make a play here? Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Time winding down deep in this game, and a shot at the championship game on the line. And the offense step up. And the same runner's got it again. Has the first down and more. Enough for 1st down yardage.
Well, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Here comes the handoff. He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter. Final 2 minutes. The offense step up, make a play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a pat on the hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big game.
1st and goal. Any points will give them the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, it looks like the defense jumped offside there. If that's the case, this will be a 1st down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. A mental error by the defense sets the offense up closer now. First and goal. On the ground, kind of punch it in for the score.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. And it's good right down the middle. And they've regained the lead. So after the go-ahead field goal, they get set to kick off. This will prevent a big return here in the final seconds. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Quarterback drops back. This one is dropped.